Today I want to talk about a very controversial topic in the media. Are video games really bad for you? Hey everyone, Silly Drifloon here. People for the longest time have associated video games with making children specifically violent, antisocial, but how much of this is actually true? My friends and I are major gamers, and they're the nicest people I've ever met. We go to conventions together, socialize constantly. The video gaming community is exactly what brought us together. Honestly, playing a violent video game like Call of Duty or whatever example you want to use is no different than watching an action-packed Fast and the Furious movie, for example. There have been cases where kids, after seeing Fast and the Furious, teenagers recklessly got in their car and drove 100 on the expressway because they thought it was cool. Kids copying what they see on the media is not a video game exclusive thing. Video games are just movies you can control, but there's no real difference. One other argument that people love to use is that video games are a distraction and they make you stupid. But that's not true at all. I've gotten straight A's all my life and I've always took around my DS to school. That's just another hobby, like picking up a book. How is it that people can spend 5 hours plus a day reading and no one would bat an eye, but if people spend 5+ hours on a game, which also provides storytelling and creativity, it's suddenly a problem? Now, I do know it's way easier to get addicted to video games than reading a book. Even like my mom on Candy Crush will be there for hours and she'd be like, whoops, I gotta cook. For a while, I thought that games were a distraction. I thought, wow, maybe everyone was right. But people that love video games and love to play them shouldn't be criticized for doing so. Let me share with you a little story, and this is a true story. For the past 3 years, I wasn't getting enough done, in my personal projects and what I wanted to do with my life pretty much. And I wasn't at the point I wanted to be. So I decided to rule out every possible distraction to me. I didn't touch video games, I wasn't on my phone as much, and I just focused on my projects 100%. And that was the biggest mistake of my life. No matter how much I tried to eliminate hanging out with friends and playing games and engaging in casual activities, I still was stuck in a rut. I still was in the same spot I was even when I wasn't engaging in these activities, and I wondered why. I'm not distracting myself anymore with games. I'm not doing anything that would make me otherwise not do it, so why aren't I doing it? And I was confused on this for so long until my cousin, who just recently graduated from FSU, shared with me something very interesting. While he was there, he was so swamped with everything he was trying to do, being in film school and all, trying to learn everything, and he had so much work to do that he had no free time at all. Just 100% work and no play. And he realized that this was a huge detriment. He noticed that no matter how much he tried progressing, he would only end up regressing. He got stuck in a rut, the creativity didn't flow to him, he was actually gaining some weight, he felt even kind of depressed. And I felt the same way. I was like, that's exactly how I felt. Sad, I felt unhealthy, I felt like I wasn't moving forward. And he told me that the reason why was because he didn't make time for video games. Believe it or not. He adopted this system of working for several hours, taking a break to play. When he would be playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and climbing over all the mountains, all the scenery, seeing the animals flying by, all this mythical and creative based things, made all the inspiration come back to his head. Like, wow, I can make a movie based on this, or I can draw something with that aspect. I love it. And that instantly motivated him to get right back into work. And I tried this method and it worked for me. I would work on my stuff and say, you know what, I'm going to reward myself by playing Mario Odyssey for an hour or two. And then I got right back into it. I got so motivated. The actual process is working and playing. The same reason people love reading is the same reason people love playing video games. They get inspired, they get creative ideas. They love to create and add this to their own ideas. and get inspiration for whatever creative project they want to do. And that goes hand in hand. Your work, your creativity, your process, and moving forward in life go hand in hand with playing. And this goes with any hobby. If you want to watch a show on Netflix, or go hiking, or traveling, if you spend all day watching Netflix, Game of Thrones, or whatever you want to watch, I don't know, obviously you're not going to be getting anywhere in life if that's all you do. But if you work hard and then you go, you know what, I'm going to watch a few episodes of this show I like, or play video games for a while, that's the process that works together, that coincide together in such a harmonious way to get you to where you want to be. And this may seem obvious for some of you, like, yeah, duh, work and then take a break, what are you doing? But when you're in this position I was and my cousin was, it's not that obvious. In our heads, we are like, we have so much work to do and we have to do it all now, and our brains just want to do everything. Our brains are in a state of always doing. They think that the more we do, the more productive we are. And that's not true. Being productive doesn't mean doing more. Being productive means doing it right. Doing it when you get that stroke of motivation and you just work on things. That's how it works. Because sometimes I'm there sitting at my desk for hours and I'm just staring at the paper like, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to draw, I don't know what to do with my life, so I'm just gonna stare at this paper. And honestly, it just doesn't work that way. So by adopting this sense of not doing anything for a while, taking a break, you recharge those batteries, and that's the cycle that pumps your brain to keep working, to keep doing. So no, video games by nature are not bad for you. And the next time someone tells you you shouldn't be playing video games at all because they're bad for you, I hope you remember this video. Well, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned something from this video, please share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I post again. All right, see ya.